Hey guys, I realized again I didn't have a video prepared for tomorrow. So I thought I'd talk about Tales of a Camp Host again. What's been going on in my life? I'm at my job. Um, some of the just funny things that happen during the day. Some people there's always that one that amazes me every day. And today, was the guy next door. He has two boys, and I come back from town. I had to run downtown, and I'm hearing this pop, pop, pop sound. And I look over, and mind you, we back up to the lake, right? And there's kayakers, there's people fishing. There's a hiking trail that goes right around the lake. He's sitting there with his boys with a BB gun, and he has a target set up about, I don't know, 20 feet from the edge of the water. And I go over, I'm like, "Excuse me, sir. I hate to interrupt your good time, but it is against the law to fire any gun in a National Forest campground." "Oh, but it's a BB gun." And I'm like, isn't the word gun in BB gun? Anything that is a projectile cannot be used in a campground. So I told him that he can take it and go out on the dispersed camping land and shoot as much as you want. So that's what they did. And I did have a guy yesterday, very nice man. He says, "My little boy just got a bow and arrow for his birthday. I just wonder if he could set up a target." And I was like, no, no shooting allowed, not even bow and arrows. But you can go out on dispersed camping land and shoot as much as you want. So he knew where that was, so they were going to go do that. I just don't, like you wonder who raised you? Where were you raised? Why did you think it was a good idea to shoot toward a lake full of people? There's weeds in the lake and grasses before the lake, trees, logs. Why did you think it was okay? What if something missed and somebody's floating by on their kayak, minding their own business, and you hit them? I just look at these people sometimes and just shake my head. And it's like, I don't say anything ever when I say anything, but it's said in my head over and over again. And I got a complaint from somebody else today that one of their little boys, the same guy, was washing dishes at the spigot. There's a sign: no cleaning fish, no washing dishes, no washing your hair. Now, there was a bunch of soap there last night, and he noticed the soap there this morning too. So I wasn't home, so he told my boss. And I don't know if I was supposed to go say something to them. I figure, well, I already said something about the gun. I'll just let this go for now, because the day before, I took one of my clean mops and I wet it and put some detergent on it. I'm not a detergent user. I wish the stuff was biodegradable. This is a national forest. We're supposed to keep them as pristine as we can. And that was this man's thought on the dish detergent and all the soap. He doesn't want someone to get sick. He doesn't want it leaching into our ground. And neither do I. But I didn't let him know that some of those bubbles might have been mine. I try and only use, when I rinse my dirty stuff out, we have one spigot that's by our family and friends campsite right here. It's, next to our work area, where there's like a work table for our weed whackers and stuff, and I try and only do that there. But I just wet this one and put a little soap on it, and yes, I was bad probably, because I try not to put any, I don't use the campers' spigots, just that one time. But our campground is going to be closed tomorrow at 8 a.m. So I had all these reservations come in, and we were told Tuesday morning, that they're closing it, and they're going to start running the water pipe. Now, these are the same people that have been running the water pipe from the other campground for like a month now, and they keep busting pipes. So we're supposed to be closed from Friday morning till Monday morning. So we'll see if we reopen on Monday. We might have to move our trailers, just Sean and I, because they have to make a direct line from each spigot and have to make sure that they're on the right side of the electrical boxes and the electrical lines. So I might just have to move my trailer back a few feet. I think Sean has to move his forward 15 feet. Um, so anybody that came in, I had to tell them, especially if they had a reservation, they had to leave at 8 a.m. Friday morning. I had one couple, the one with the bow and arrow. Mother was very upset. I gave him some free firewood once they went over to Debbie's campground. Um, and they understood, but they had reservations, and they ended up having to pay her because hers was more than mine. But the reservation people, because that's separate from us, they're reimbursing them for my campground. So then I had somebody else. So anybody who came in, I had to quickly go to them, especially today. And it's like, well, you got to be out here by 8 a.m. tomorrow. I mean, I did tell the guy next door with the gun that I'm sure 8 a.m. isn't like set in stone. No excavator's going to be coming in here and digging up lines at 8 a.m. That you can probably just stay a little bit longer. And there's another young couple here. They're supposed to leave tomorrow too. And I gave them, for their inconvenience, I gave them some wood. And they were just very nice. That young man, he came over to me today. I was cleaning the bathroom right here by me. And he said, I just want to tell you, these bathrooms are the cleanest I've ever had, or I've ever seen at a campground. And I just want to thank you for doing such a great job. And I was like, well, thank you. I said, sometimes that's all we need to hear, is that what we do is appreciated. And then he went over to the other bathroom, which I cleaned second, and we had a group of kids from Grand Junction, a science club, come in this weekend. And they're like 9, 10 years old. Well, that bathroom, the boys, I had to mop twice yesterday. It seems those little boys don't know how to aim into this giant round cylinder. So I'm thinking, as soon as this young man left telling me how clean my bathrooms are, he's going over to one that he's going to have to stand and piddle all over the floor. So I saw him later and apologized, and he understood. But it's so nice to hear people, the dirty jobs that we do, like cleaning the toilets, that we're appreciated for it. And I did get 3, I'm not trying to brag, but I got 3 people ask me where they can, because this man came up and says, is there a place on Google or Yelp I can put a review? I'm like, well, I have a paper. We have like these comment papers. And 2 other people had asked, and my boss called me over the other day and says, got some complaints about you. And they were the comment papers, and they were just so nice to read. It's, even if it's just between the boss and I, when I read them, it just makes you feel good that you're doing a good job, especially the dirty part of it. And the one guy said today that was leaving, he said, the reason we had such a good time was because of you. I was like, whoa. And another woman wrote on her comment card that I was very informative, and I had other alternative things to offer if something didn't work out in there, like if they were going hiking or going to see stuff and stuff like that. So I mean, isn't that our job? Like when I ask somebody in a gas station, like, because I travel, and when I go into a gas station and say, okay, I'm looking through this road or something, or where is the next truck stop or certain store, and they have no idea. To me, like even in a hotel, when I worked in the hotel in Uray, or when I worked in the hotels at Grand Junction, I made sure I educated myself on the area. I mean, I lived in Grand Junction, so I basically knew it. But like tourist things and different stores, because people are going to want to know. And I think that's something that everybody in customer service, the bosses, should make sure that they're educated on things, especially if you work in a hotel in a touristy area, or in a gas station, busy on a busy highway. Know different things for people, like if they need a certain place to go, like where's the nearest hospital? Oh, I don't know, ma'am, I never go. Okay, yeah, okay. I think those are just some things that just when you're doing nothing, just look certain things up. Look at your town, pull up a map and see what's in the area. But I did get a note today. I ran to town. I had to run early because it was supposed to be 103 down in Delta, which is about 40 minutes from here. So I ran out at 9 o'clock as soon as I was done. And I come back, and my boss had put a sign on the gate, which you can't see because the gate's opened. It just said the campground's going to be closed tomorrow at 8 a.m. until Monday at 8 a.m. So I come back, and there's a tent set up. Yeah, I mean, that happens. But there's no one there. But there was this note. Dear camp host, Got here AM on 21st. Leaving AM on 22nd. We'll be back later, site number 8, 21 to 22. Okay, what am I supposed to do with this? You're in my campground, you're set up in a site, and you have not paid me yet. So I left them a note, a nice little note. So I was cleaning the bathroom tonight around 4 o'clock, and they pull in, 3 young girls, really sweet girls. And I go over there. Oh, do I pay you? I'm like, yes. Oh, I see you got our note. I'm like, yes, I did. And another girl says, yeah, and we got a note too. But they paid me, and they were really nice. I just wish, though, I mean, even though I wasn't here, you know what the price is. I have a table out there, you know, put money in an envelope or something. Just don't just assume you can just set up and go about your day. You can't do that in a hotel. You can't, like, find a room that the maid just left and quickly got the door before it closed and just not paid until you came back and gone out for the whole day. But, ouch, sorry. I have other ones. Had a girl ask me, so what site has the least mosquitoes? I'll say it again. What site has the least mosquitoes? Yeah. Okay. I couldn't answer that. I couldn't. I didn't know what to answer to that. I don't get it. And when do the mosquitoes go away? Like in winter when it's cold. It's summertime. You're in a forest, you're near water. Yeah, they'll go away when it's cold out. Luckily, we haven't had rain the past couple days, knock on wood. So the mosquitoes have been very, very light, which was so nice. I actually got to sit outside today. It was nice, even for the dogs, because it just, you know, heartworm scares me, and I haven't got Owen on anything yet. I'm waiting until payday to get him into the vet, gonna get him chipped, and ask about something. I'd like to do something holistic for the heartworm, but there is a couple holistic vets in town down in Montrose, so I'll see if I can make an appointment with one of them and see what they use, because I don't want to use some harsh chemical in him. He's doing really well, but him and Elliot has always had food issues. Food is all his, except like if there's something on the coffee table, he will guard that. He knows he can't eat it, but he knows no one else can go near it, and he will guard it. Any food on the floor is his. I was cleaning out my pantry today, and I heard a big trailer come in, so I went out to, you know, make sure, see where they were going, and they were lost, so I got them back on the road. And I left the food it was mostly in mason jars, but there were some grains of rice. I come back in, and yeah, Owen is now standing up for himself. He's a little bit taller than Elliot now, and Elliot, the bully, snapped at him, so Owen snapped back. So they had a little tussle. So, yeah, I knew it was going to happen. They both need to learn, and Elliot has always been a jerk like that when it comes to food, and this is over a couple grains of rice. I mean, seriously, it's not even good to eat. It's hard. Yeah, he's like the big brother, and he's the bully. But I will let you guys go. I've already been 13 minutes. But I'm having a great time up here. The weather's wonderful. I'm trying to get my son Austin to come up with his little girl Luna. He said as soon as it cools down. It was 105 in Grand Junction. And I said, Austin, it's 74 degrees up here. And he didn't believe me. So just pack up your tent, come on up here. You can pop it up on my site. You don't have to pay anything. And just come up and have a good time. But not this weekend, because they're digging up the campground. So we'll see when I go back to work if it's Monday or not. And I will let you guys know. And I hope you're all well. And I'll talk to you guys later.